hello again, Ravi. Thank you for participating in this conversation. And I would like you to present us what you're going to talk in this 2-hour seminar titled Transactional Analysis Introduction to Treatment of Psychosis.
Well, what I would like to start with is to talk about the basic child development of psychosis, because we will need to use that as the basis for interventions and putting together a program.
Mm-hmm.
So we will start out with the development, basic development, not in detail, of the different forms of schizophrenia, for instance, and talk about the ego state structure that develops for schizophrenia as a result of that and why it develops that way, and use that as the basis for talking about how treatment functions, focusing particularly on the process of reparenting therapy. Now, see, one of the things that I experience in my trainings here when I get invited to do things is that people have a false understanding of the term reparenting even. They think reparenting means to have people be a child and have them grow up again. But in fact, the reparenting talks about the parent ego state structure. And the psychotics have a specific kind of relationship to their parent ego state. And that's why they end up being psychotic. And so I will talk about the development of psychosis and the development of the ego state structure, specifically in schizophrenia, so that it becomes apparent how we can do the therapy on the basis of that.
Mm-hmm. Yes, that's pretty different from my understanding of reparenting, and that's because of lack of direct knowledge from someone who did that.
Yeah,
mm-hmm.
Yeah, and because of also because of it's been there's been a lot of is third-hand information here very much.
It's what? I'm sorry, I didn't.
Third hand.
Yes, correct. That's third-hand information. So.
Yeah. So each time gets a little changed.
Yes, of course.
The term reparenting is specifically dealing with the fact that the schizophrenics have a different relationship to the parent ego state structure
mm-hmm.
than people who are not schizophrenic do. Mm-hmm. And that what we do is that they let go of their pathological parent ego state, and they incorporate a new parent ego state, mm-hmm. which is the reparenting, mm-hmm. which is then also it's also in resonance with the rest of the personality. And how it comes to be that they have this specific parent ego state structure has to do with the development in the childhood, until the age of 10, basically. And we have to understand that to be able to make sense of the way the therapy works. So I will give some child development information, and I'll differentiate some between the different kinds of schizophrenia for that, and then talk about the general structure, the ego state structure, and how it's different than for people who are in the normal categories. And then we can talk about what you need to do in therapy to heal. And then I think we'll be ready for questions, because we have only 2 hours.
Yes. And I have one question now, because the title is Treatment of Psychosis.
Yeah.
Is this theoretical and practical construct differentiating psychosis in general? I mean, the different kinds of psychosis? Well,
the only other kind of psychosis that would have a different structure would be the cyclotame, the manic depressive structures.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, but
with the paranoid psychosis, it's more or less the same.
It's compatible.
Okay.
Yeah. but the manic depressives have a different structure because they have a different family structure.
Yes.
We won't get to all of that this time.
Okay.
We don't really have the time for that.
Oh,
But,
okay. That's what I want to specify for people who are
Yeah.
going to see this video, what we are going to talk about. So thank you for that.
Yeah.